Wanneer weer ry?
Ja, ons gaan as jy die kar moet
Okay.
skuif. Die ander moet daar met jou.
Ja, ek gaan nou 'n nuwe ding moet begin.
Alright. Let me just move this out of the way. Put that there. Alright. For yesterday, just play this. Cool. Alright, so today I want to talk about basically all the different things coming with what I do for a living. So I'm just going to quickly just drop the link for everybody else to see. I should probably not show this. I'm gonna just hide this for now. Yeah. I should probably not show that. Here URL. Okay. Yeah. So to share with you guys in today's stream what I do for a living, I decided to show you all a nifty little app I like to use to develop easy content websites. So tune in for the stream and I'll show you some magic. Alright. I need to do something with this camera. It's actually shit. So shit. That's better. I'm gonna just put the music a little bit more down. Okay. I guess I can start this thing again. Yeah. I'm just going to stick to title. Exclusive. Wait, what? No, whatever. Alright, so what we're doing today is we're working on Mobirise. I'm going to show you guys just a basic ins and outs of what I do for a living. I want to just share this out quickly, just show it to everyone. South Africa. Fuck. What am I doing? What am I saying? My projects. What do you mean? 4? It makes sense. I'm not perfect, okay? Alright. Okay, so basically what this app is made for, it's basically Bootstrap Studios. Dumbed down a little bit. So in essence you can do exactly the same thing that you usually would do with Bootstrap Studios or with most website builders, but the nice thing about this is you can implement a lot of things that these other website builders that you'd normally use don't have. So I would like to give you a quick rundown. I hope I'm allowed to do this though. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this. But basically what they have is you have these paid kits that you can buy that gives you extra stuff, you know, extra content to use, extra all kinds of stuff. But to be honest, with the trends of nowadays and all the different industries and all these things, when it comes to websites, people tend to enjoy basic basic construction or content sites more than what they want like super dynamic, super intricate stuff, you know, because you don't want to go on a site and just read forever. You want to go on a site and see pictures and see services, what they do, with short, brief descriptions of what they do, and so forth. So that's what these guys like try to specialize in, which is great. They've got a lot of extra stuff. So normally you'd get a code editor when it comes to Bootstrap Studios or to some of the web development builders or web builders. In this case you have to buy it, but this also gives you a lot more access to the website's dynamic versatility and things like that. I've got a one view, yeah. Yeah, so essentially what you can do with this is you can actually, how could I say, you could go into more depth with it. So what you could do is you could build a site in this, and then after that export it to your PHP or HTML or whatever, and then you can convert it, and you can actually go and use Angular or whatever other tool that you want to use and write up a database for your website, and then just put them together, and then just add them together, and so on. So you could create really cool e-commerce site, cool looking e-commerce sites with this app as well. I wouldn't say anybody could do it. You need to have some form of a background in programming, especially when it comes to web development, but you can do pretty cool stuff. They also have PayPal shopping carts, as you can see here, which is sick because it just makes it easier for both the user and the giver, if you know what I mean. It makes it easier for both parties, and it's used universally, so everybody knows how it works. It adds your Google Analytics, which is really sick. It gives you an option to just add your link, and it'll automatically track all the traffic on your site, who's going on there, from what countries they come on, what days is most relevant to your traffic, things like that. You know, what type of things, what they look at most, where they browse most on your sites. That's a really sick thing, because that can also teach you where to improve on your websites and what to remove. Social comments, it's cool, but it's really not that big of a deal. Depends on the website ultimately. SoundCloud plugins is pretty sick, because you can then use music on your site, listen to music from the site. Then you just have feeds and SEO, you know, basic stuff. The SEO is very basic. It just creates a sitemap XML or stuff like that. So it's really not the most epic form of SEO. It's basic SEO, really. But other than that, Mobirise really offers a lot of cool stuff, and that's something I want to get in with you guys today. I'm just gonna light this up because I haven't had a smoke in hours. So the great thing about this app is pretty much anybody can use it, although the difficulty comes to hosting. So if you don't have decent hosting already, let's say I do it with AfriHost. I've got a server with them that lets me actually host domains, and then on the server, and then I can just create these sites and upload them to those domains, which lets me actually sell these websites and actually make a living off them. But if you just want to create your own little sites, that's great. You might not be able to publish it, but it's just something fun to do as well. So what I'm going to show you guys today is you get all these little options all around the website, or the website builder. You get your preview and browser, which is sick because you can actually see what it looks like if it would be live. And then obviously your published local drive or FTP. Then your site styles. This is basically just your generic outlay of what it usually should look like. So you have your primary colors here that you can play with. You know, I usually go light. I usually go white and blue, maybe green, but I never really go red or black on websites. I do dark gray, but not black. So I'm going to just do like a navy type of blue for this one. Buttons and links. I'm not going to stress too much about that. Then you have your title fonts. Your title fonts is pretty much just every title block that you'd pull into the site. This is the font that you'd use. So in today's trends, I'd say the best to use is very plain, narrow fonts, which would probably be something like this. Yeah. Subtitles, Oswald, maybe text, Lato. Let's just play with it. Then you get the option to say rounded buttons. You know, so they're not square all the time. Scroll to top button, which is always a good thing, because the nice thing about this is you could rather make 1 pages instead of 10 pages, you know, depending on what type of website you need. Right to left direction. I don't think that's necessary though. I'm going to leave that one out. So let's start with the whole implementation and the actual build of the site. They don't really have a lot of I would say that they don't have a lot of blocks that comes with the builder. You could make your own, but I'm just going to use the apps builder blocks that they already have installed in it. So basically this is the navigation bar. I'm going to just put up the... What do you mean? What do you mean it's... I don't get it. Where's the rest of my site? I don't understand. Maybe I just broke it a bit. See, the buttons are here, but they're not showing up correctly. Maybe it's just default with the app. I'm just going to use the other one. There we go. Alright, so I've got my nav bar, which is great. Now I can start editing, changing on it, all kinds of stuff, which is great. You can either hide the logo, the brand name, you can show the buttons or not the buttons, so it's just the words, or you could just include the buttons, which is also great. You could collapse everything into a little burger and then just open on the side there, which is pretty sick. And you could also make it transparent, depending on the background of the website color as well. But I don't really like the whole transparent thing. I think nowadays it should be a solid, sticky nav bar. Alright, so let's just... I'm just gonna add some things to here. That's pretty cool. That's new. This is also new. Everybody likes a good old map on a website. I'm going to add that. Some testimonials. Maybe some pricing table, like a product list, which is really cool because you can just go nuts with it. Could always just add a little footer there with a little form, which is always great. And maybe just I created this website bar thing, you know? So this is basically what your site would look like then. You can then go and you can change a lot of stuff. So I've got this little block here, and it gives me all the options that I can use. So I could use parallax, as far as I know, background color, background video. So it's already on parallax, as you can see there with the little guy standing there. It's already on parallax. But I can change the image if I want to. And the cool thing about Mobirise is it gives you free images that you could use and even resell if you really want to. So I'm going to just say, I'm not going to use that. I'd rather use... Let's make a digital website, something that has to do with digital stuff. There we go. So that looks great. A little iPhone there in the background. You know, it's decent. Oh, my cigarette died. The great thing about this is you can change it seamlessly. And it doesn't really take a lot of effort. And I mean, I don't do this and then con my clients. Obviously, I do this for clients that don't need a super hectic website. We still do crazy websites. We still make mad websites, but basically this is just made to just do it quickly. You know, if a client wants a site and he wants it quick, you know, we'd rather not spend 3 weeks to create a site. We'd rather just do it in 2 days and give it to them and be like, listen, pay us less and then let's make you a quick site that looks great, that has a lot of functionality built into it already, and you can then just improve on top of that in the coming future. So I'd rather build a relationship with my client rather than just charge them a crap ton of money and then just gain from it. So yeah, my sites is something I'm very proud of. I'm just gonna write everything I say, and I can always just play with these sites. You know, always do something fun. Insert link. You know, so it's something I enjoy doing. It's something I really love doing, and it's something I would always want to get better in. And I mean, looking at work today, it's really difficult to be a web developer in South Africa, not necessarily the whole world, but I mean, it's not the easiest profession to be in. And you know, you actually have to make sure that what you do well, and you also do it quick, because you know, there's always going to be somebody better than you, there's always going to be somebody faster than you, there's always going to be somebody with cooler ideas. And you need to make sure that you always on top of your game. So if I have to go and actually innovate myself, you know, I have to. I have to find faster ideas. I need to find methods in doing things quicker than my competition, because I don't always have time, and I surely don't always have the best ideas. So, you know, you need to make it easier for yourself, otherwise you will struggle. And why struggle if you can just make your job easier? I'm terrible at this. You know? So I could go into this. I could go into this for hours. I could show you guys a lot of stuff. I could do a lot of things. I could create you guys a fully functional websites in hours. But I'd rather just show you how to do it yourself than actually just keep it to myself. You know what I mean? What have I done? And the thing is, it's as easy as this. So I think this is how you spell niche. Yeah. As easy as this. Right. Seems like we have another viewer. Can't see who it is, but whoever it is, I welcome you. And if you have any questions regarding what I'm talking about today with the web development and what I'm using, please feel free. Right. Maybe I should stream on Facebook rather. Maybe I should do that, yeah. Can I? Set up new output. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna stop the stream and then I'm gonna stream on Facebook rather.